Who is Randy?
Don't bring anyone mother into this.
Your mom in the fucking stand!
So, you know, we've gotten to know you guys a little bit personally, but I'm ultra fascinated because, you know, we come from the stand-up performing world, and honestly, the whole YouTube of it all is almost foreign to us, right? Like, we always knew there's like YouTube stars and stuff. And then when I was talking to you guys about how you got started, you're like throwing up video, and at one point you said, I think you said for 2 years you didn't have 1,000 subscribers.
It took us
a year, I think, or 2 years.
It took us like 2 years to get, I think, 1,000 subscribers.
2 years.
Yeah. But that's like everybody's rise to YouTube is different because it can happen. You know, there's people that will grow to stardom.
In those 2 years, though, this is just then a fun thing you're doing? You're like,
Yes.
We just enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
There was nothing at stake. There was no delusions of grandeur. There was no expectation at all. It was very much, I mean, our early videos are fucking so off the wall, dude. Like unwatchable. So I'm not surprised at all that nobody watched them for that long. There was quite frankly no reason to watch them.
And they were also like, were they just funny videos?
Yes.
Okay.
Attempts at humor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like sketches, but
Right.
It was a lot of just trying to find my voice and my style.
But you still are like, this is just, I do this for fun,
yeah.
right?
Very much, yeah. I mean, I wanted to work in comedy. I never thought that I could be a performer. I thought like, oh, maybe I'll write for somebody.
Okay.
But this was just my way of being like, well, I want to do comedy because I worked when we were in Israel for 5 years at a desk job, and so I was
5 years?
yeah,
Jeez.
and marketing.
While I was going to school for
Yeah.
art,
Mhm.
he was working. I
And
mean,
what-
I was working too, but
What was your desk job? What kind of job?
I was just a content manager because I have a degree in English and writing. So when you go to Israel, that's actually like a marketable skill, which was crazy because I was looking for a job for a year, and then when I moved to Israel, all of a sudden I got a job, like an actual real job. So that was cool. It was exciting for me at the time because I didn't think that I would ever, whatever. But so 5 years working a job that I eventually wasn't satisfied because who the fuck is satisfied with that work? And just saying that I want to do comedy, so let me do something about it. So I just said, all right, I'm going to start making some stupid videos on YouTube. And over the course of 2 years, kind of found my voice. And then I think we started getting more serious about it when we've kind of found different kind of things that we thought were working and were funny. And like from the first 2 years, and then from the third year, I think by the end of the third year, we probably had 1 million subscribers.
Oh my
So between
God,
year 2 and year
no.
3?
Am I wrong?
when we left Israel, when we moved here, we had about 100,000 subscribers.
So at that point, though, I like the tiers.
Whoa, wait. How long ago was that? 3 years ago.
That's it?
What?
That's the other
Basically,
part
we've been
that's
doing
crazy.
it professionally.
Kidding me?
For basically since we moved here, so about 3 years.
You realize that's
Jesus.
that's a nanosecond, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So wait,
Although
so,
on YouTube, it felt like we
Time
had a
flies.
slow
Right.
start.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Time flies so
Because
fast
some
on
people
YouTube.
it could happen to them over months. Like,
really,
That's happened many times.
but that's
over the
so
course of
much
our-
better to go your route.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is because these people
Definitely.
they come and they go.
Yeah,
and
you don't want to be the rocket ship. You want to be the
Yeah.
steady
Yeah.
climb.
Definitely.
So at what point? So at 100,000 subscribers, you obviously know, like, well, like people are digging
Yes.
Yeah.
what we're doing. So then you go, like, we need to focus on it more. Like, we need to try and make this a
Yeah,
thing.
we were very, very focused on like the craft and the presentation and the packaging, and we were like perfectionists, and we were just solely committed to creating like one video a week that was like the best thing we could put. And
and it was also funny because we were both like, we didn't know how to use the camera properly or sound or anything. So every week we tried to make it better, and we like starting from minus
painful,
knowledge. You
Yeah.
know?
painful
So-
drudging through.
Well, it's cute too that you guys you did this all as a couple though too.
Yeah, we made the channel. We made the channel together. The first day, Ela had a video art class, and
it was one of the mandatory classes on the first year was video art, and they just gave us an assignment to make something, and I didn't want to be in it because I was so shy. So I brought a camera home, and I was like, you want to do something? and I recorded Ethan, and that's how. Like,
Shut up! How cool is that?
Yeah.
That first video.
And
was
I ended
so
up taking that class the whole 4 years.
Wow.
And all the videos I showed them were really weird videos with Ethan in them.
Yeah, I
So
think.
what'd you get in that class? What was the grade?
It was good. It was like, I don't remember, but
You show up, you get a good grade.
I was
Good.
a-
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
I was like a valedictorian.
Whoa.
Smarty
All thanks to
pants.
me, for sure.
For sure. For
Are you
Ethan being in your
serious?
videos.
No, the videos we made
Oh,
were very
man.
like Tim and Eric inspired,
Yeah.
and like lots
We
of
love those guys, too.
nudity and just disgusting, like really awful, just like embarrassing.
And that comedy didn't make it to Israel yet. Like,
Wasn't
no.
a hit.
Yo, what the fuck
Oh.
is wrong with you? Is that
They were
really?
like,
I think they thought we were trying to be like avant-garde,
Yeah.
like
He's an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, but not funny. Definitely not funny.
So then, when was it undeniable to you that this is actually a career? 3 years ago?
So I had like a job that was going really well, and I'd worked there for a year, and I had just decided basically that I wanted to this. I think I was probably making like $1,000 a month from YouTube at the time.
Mm-hmm.
It was not a lot, but it was like, hey, that's a little fucking money.
Right.
So I quit. I just said, fuck it. I'm going to quit my job, and I'm going to commit myself to doing this just because I want to give it a fair shot. And
Do you sorry to cut you up, but is this the kind of do you have the kind of relationship with your parents where you tell them something like that, like I'm quitting?
yeah,
And they're like, Are you
I
stupid?
mean, they don't.
I remember my mom even was like, really? Why? Are you sure? You don't want to find another job before you quit your job? And it's like, no, the point is it doesn't want to do that job.
Well, my mom was trying to get me to become a teacher, even
Even when,
as recently as like
2 years ago. Oh my God.
they lived in Vegas, and when we
Yeah.
first immigrated to the U.S. because we got Hila a green card after we got married, and she's like, "Are you sure you don't? They have this great teacher program out here." And even at the time, I was probably making like $5,000-6,000 a month, like doing like pretty good considering I was a YouTube entertainer.
Sure.
that's a great
So,
living.
I don't know, but I never really heeded much advice from them.
So then
frankly,
you take, but at the time when you quit your $1,000 a month revenue,
Mm-hmm.
you really just focus on making these videos,
yeah.
and then it just steadily paid off.
Yeah, absolutely. I never went back to work after that, and it steadily paid off. And I mean, like Hila was like hand stitching these little, we called them Jeff Dunham fuck dolls, because I'm obsessed with Jeff Dunham. I think he's like the phenomenon of Jeff Dunham fascinates me. He's
Sure.
a fucking racist, white trash ventriloquist that everybody loves.
Uh-huh.
And so
He
I,
sells out arenas.
Arenas.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
He is fucking.
And they'll
I
add.
know.
Do you
International.
you wanna know
Stories
something?
Bro,
later.
he literally wears like a shark tooth and puka shell necklace
Yes.
to this day.
He also he'll hand build a kit helicopter and then fly it. You know, basically a cheap helicopter. He'll make one and fly it. It's kind of crazy too. He will do daytime arena shows, like high noon.
That's crazy.
Because
That's just tough, right?
That's tough.
That's
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
toughest gig.
And-
but the kids will come.
The kids will come, and he'll do like not just secondary markets, like third or dairy, fourth or dairy.
Yeah.
We're talking like he'll outside of the town, and sell out.
Well, yeah,
arena.
everyone will come.
Like,
He's a
Crazy.
fucking, but it's like nobody was like, hold on, this guy's a fucking ventriloquist. Let's all stop and just think that this guy's actually doing comedy with puppets right now.
yeah. People
Yep.
love it.
He does.
So that thing, but also his material fascinates me because it's all very racist. It's got like the spicy jalapeno,
Yeah.
you know,
And Ahmed.
the Ahmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so.
But that's
stupid.
when his career took
I will
off because
kill you.
Yeah.
yeah, Dunham's been
Think
around a
about it.
minute. No, he was
That-
around for a long time,
Do you wanna
and
know a
that
funny
puppet
thing?
is what
Absolutely.
was what made him take off.
Could
Because when
you-
9/11
you
happened,
might say 9/11.
Right.
it made his career, and he
Dude.
was just a
No,
puppeteer
but
guy for years.
I remember this because I moved out here after 9/11. He was on Last Comic Standing, the regional spot in like year 2, year 3. So he was still trying to get like a
Yeah.
bump. Like he had a wave where he was successful and then it kind of faded a little bit. So he's on Last Comic Standing. This is year 1 or year 2. And I'm at the Melrose Improv for the taping. So this is like the LA spot and then they'll move on. They gave them strict instructions that like if you hit the 2-minute mark, we will cut the sound.
Mm-hmm.
Like we will pull the mic will die.
Mm-hmm.
And he was up there and ran the 2-minute mark, and they cut the sound. And so he was still talking, and they were like, Jeff, and they told him, and he was so pissed.
Really?
That in the back hallway, he was yelling at someone. And I'll tell you, even that year, you were watching that like he was hoping for a break right here, and it didn't happen. It's when he took that Ahmed character, I think it was Iraq War, 05. And so like when, we're like the enemy is over there.
Right.
And started doing like, we're fucking with Iraq, and started doing that character that it exploded for him. It exploded.
I want to say it was 9/11, and it was like Ahmed remix. Like he got to use it again.
You might be right, but I know that he wasn't.
I feel like that was 9/11.
He wasn't doing arenas.
Some have theorized that Jeff Dunham was behind 9/11, and it actually all makes sense.
For his career, that would be fucking amazing.
Jeff Dunham did 9/11. You hear it all here, folks.
Yeah, bro.
So anyway, that was the craziest tangent. But I had this Jeff Dunham fuck doll, which was like this mutant aborted fetus, and I would do these really fucked up puppet shows.
I was also taking sculpture class, so I kept trying different stuff.
I love this.
I tried making sculptures that I was sewing. Like, so one of them, I wanted to make a doll of a girl sitting. And it was a
Miley. It was meant to be Miley Cyrus.
It was based on the Miley Cyrus on the Rocking Ball.
Oh yeah,
that music video. So it was just like a weird character.
Looked like an aborted fetus.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, long story short is that people really love these things. So Hila was hand stitching these and selling them, and like we were going to the post office every week and sending like dozens of these.
Until you found stamps.com, am I right?
I wish I had stamps.com sponsor, man.
Not in Israel.
Oh.
I had to stay in the line for like an hour.
Oh no.
But we were hustling.
We were hustling.
I love it.